A struggling writer living in Ontario, Canada meets an adult Pi Patel, who is said to have an extraordinary story to tell. Intrigued by the promise of a remarkable tale, the writer decides to listen to Pi's narrative. Pi begins his story by recounting his childhood in Pondicherry, the French side of India. He confirms that he was named Piscine Molitor Patel, after a famous swimming pool in France. He is nicknamed Pi by his friends after the Greek letter pi. Pi was raised in a loving and diverse family and grew up in a zoo run by his family, where he developed a deep connection with animals, especially a majestic Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. Pi's life is like a beautiful piece of work where he explores and wonders about spiritual things. When he was young, his family followed the Hindu religion, but later he learned about Christianity and Islam. These new religions fascinated him, and he embraced them all because he wanted to love God in every possible way. While Pi's mother supported his exploration, his father, who believed in rational thinking, tried to make him think more practically and not focus too much on spirituality. When Pi was only 16, a terrible event happened. Due to problems in India, his family had to move to Canada, where they planned to sell the animals from the zoo. The Patels embark on a journey to their new home on a Japanese freighter, accompanied by the animals. Midway through the voyage, their journey takes a tragic turn when the ship encounters a devastating storm in the Pacific Ocean. Amid the storm, the ship sinks. Pi was left on a lifeboat with a few animals, but his family tragically drowned. Lost and heartbroken, Pi found himself alone in the vast Pacific Ocean. But he soon realized he wasn't the only survivor on the lifeboat. 4 other creatures were with him. A zebra with a broken leg, a dangerous hyena, a kind orangutan named Orange Juice, and a fierce Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. Pi's struggle to survive became even harder as he had to share the small space with these wild and unpredictable animals. As Pi's days on the lifeboat pass, survival becomes a real struggle. He faced immense challenges that tested his strength, determination, and cleverness. Pi's life on the lifeboat was like a roller coaster ride of emotions. There were moments of fear, sadness, and loneliness, but also moments of wonder and awe at the vastness of the ocean and the beauty of nature. He had to find food and water to stay alive, protect himself from the dangerous animal, and endure the harsh conditions of the open sea. The hyena, a dangerous animal, starts attacking and killing the other creatures on the boat. This leaves Pi and Richard Parker as the only living beings left. Despite the overwhelming danger, Pi's survival instincts kick in, and he comes up with a plan to protect himself. He gathers floating debris and constructs a small raft to create some distance between himself and the tiger. Despite the difficult situation, Pi doesn't give up. He takes another bold step by trying to train Richard Parker and build trust between them. This gradual trust-building process is incredible, considering the tiger's fierce nature. Pi and Richard Parker, the formidable tiger, developed an incredible and unexpected bond as the days turned into weeks. Despite the initial fear and apprehension, they learned to coexist on the lifeboat, relying on each other for companionship and survival. Pi, driven by an instinct for self-preservation, quickly adapted and learned the art of fishing to provide sustenance for himself and the majestic predator. After enduring countless challenges and hardships, the duo's relentless journey led them to a welcome sight, a mysterious floating island adorned with lush vegetation and freshwater pools. At first glance, the island appeared to be a beautiful paradise, offering abundant edible plants and life-giving water sources. This newfound Eden provided much-needed nourishment and respite for Pi and Richard Parker, refreshing their weary bodies and spirits. Pi was astonished to stumble upon a colony of meerkats on the island, thriving alongside its peculiar environment. The companionship of these creatures further instilled a sense of wonder and hope within Pi as he marveled at the resilience of life amidst the ocean's vastness. However, the island held secrets darker than the night that covered it. As the sun set and darkness enveloped the island, its true nature emerged. Pi witnessed a haunting transformation. The seemingly beautiful freshwater pools turned into acidic death traps, and the island revealed its carnivorous tendencies. Pi realizes it is a living entity that sustains itself by consuming any life form that resides there too long. This island challenges Pi's understanding of reality, as it seems to defy logical explanations. Though initially taken aback by the island's treacherous nature, Richard Parker sensed the danger. He quickly retreated to the safety of the lifeboat. At the same time, Pi and the meerkats sleep in the trees to avoid the island's deadly traps. Pi understands they cannot stay on the island despite the initial allure, as its true nature threatens their survival. He discovers a human tooth embedded in a flower, confirming his suspicions about the island's deadly nature. Leaving the treacherous island behind, Pi and Richard Parker continued their demanding journey across the vast and unforgiving ocean. Finally reaching the shores of Mexico after an astonishing 200 days at sea, Pi and Richard Parker were met with both relief and uncertainty. Exhausted and emotionally drained, Pi was overwhelmed as their extraordinary voyage came to an end. But before he could fully comprehend the magnitude of their achievement, the magnificent tiger disappeared into the dense jungle without any acknowledgement of their shared struggle. Rescued by compassionate souls and taken to a nearby hospital, Pi was met with curious gazes and incredulous whispers as he recounted his incredible tale to the insurance agents from the Japanese freighter company. His miraculous survival sparked intrigue and disbelief as they struggled to comprehend the unbelievable events he described. Desiring a more rational explanation, the agents urged Pi to recount his story again. Reluctantly, he obliged, offering an alternative version of his terrifying journey. In this version, the animals were replaced with human counterparts. His gentle and nurturing mother was represented by the orangutan, the amiable sailor taking the place of the zebra, and the ship's brutish cook embodying the hyena. Pi himself was depicted as Richard Parker, the formidable and enigmatic tiger. In this alternate narrative, the cook's inherent cruelty and savagery emerge as he turns on the others, becoming a ruthless and cannibalistic predator. The sailor and Pi's mother fell victim to his horrifying wrath, leaving Pi with no choice but to defend himself against the monstrous cook. In a desperate act of self-preservation, Pi was forced to take the cook's life, using his remains as sustenance and bait to catch fish for survival. The insurance agents listened intently to Pi's second account, struggling with this version's brutal and unsettling reality. However, the tale left them dissatisfied. Pi maintained that the true events involving the animals were the ones he wished to hold on to. The unbelievable narrative with Richard Parker gave him solace, as the bond they shared had given him the strength to endure. Regardless of which story was factual, Pi asserted that the essence of his journey remained unchanged. His family had tragically perished. He was left to face unimaginable challenges alone. The loss weighed heavily on his heart, and the resilience he had found within himself during his ordeal became both a source of pride and a haunting reminder of the price he had paid for survival. As the investigation came to a close, the insurance agents remained confused by the mystery of Pi's tale. His survival seemed miraculous, and while the rational mind sought answers, the heart found inspiration in the extraordinary bond between man and beast that had defied the odds and triumphed in the face of adversity. In all its mystery and ambiguity, Pi's story left an indelible mark on those who heard it, reminding them of the profound mysteries that life could sometimes offer. When the writer, intrigued by the symbolic significance of both stories, asks which version Pi believes to be true, Pi reveals that the truth is not as important as the story's larger message. He compares this ambiguity to the puzzle of God's existence. In the end, the writer finds a glimmer of explanation in the insurance report, which states that Pi survived his incredible adventure in the company of an adult Bengal tiger.